Welcome back to What If Cars. There are cars that turn heads, and then there are cars that turn hearts. The 2026 Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 P850 doesn't just enter the road, it enters the bloodstream. From the moment you see it, you realize this is not an SUV built for trends or traffic. This is a moving monument, a masterstroke, a rolling sculpture that makes time slow down as it passes. Painted in a duotone finish of deep, velvety wine red and shadow-thick black, it doesn't demand attention, it devours it. You don't just look at this SUV, you witness it. Because the moment your eyes land on this vehicle, the world behind it fades. What you're looking at is not just another AMG. It's the bleeding edge of emotion meeting engineering. It's the kind of machine that doesn't need to explain itself. It makes you feel before it speaks. A car that merges poetry with power, silence with storm. And it wears its duality like a crown, red like passion, black like precision. The design, never seen before. Not in sketches, not in dreams. It is Mercedes-Benz, not remastering the past, but rewriting the future in sweeping strokes of heat and menace. The bodywork speaks without words. The wine red bleeds across the upper frame like the sky just before dusk. Soft, regal, and deep enough to drown in. Beneath it, black consumes the lower third of the vehicle like freshly poured ink. Together they form a contrast so dramatic, so intimate, it's almost cinematic. The profile is leaner than previous GLS models. Wider stance, longer hood. The beltline rises slightly towards the rear like a lion lifting its back before a pounce. It's not just bigger, it's smarter in how it uses its size. The headlights have been reimagined as slim, crystalline blades, slicing outward, angled like they were shaped by wind at high velocity. Micro LEDs with impulse gently even at rest, creating a subtle breathing effect, like the vehicle is alive. The grille? Forget what you remember. The traditional AMG vertical slats are now embedded in a shifting mesh, lit subtly from within, with amber veins that glow in the dark like the embers of an ancient forge. The three-pointed star sits flat in the center, blacked out, framed by an infinity ring of brushed aluminum that rotates slowly upon startup, a symbolic gesture to time itself bending around the machine. From the side, the GLS 6030 P850 feels impossibly grounded. The wheel arches stretch wide, almost too wide, swallowing up 24-inch twin-spoke forged wheels with a satin jet finish. Red AMG brake calipers peek out like clenched fists. The shoulder line is taut with creases that catch every ounce of light, yet disappear in the shade. No badge screams, no chrome begs for your gaze. Every detail is meant to be discovered, not displayed. Door handles are integrated into the silhouette, emerging only when summoned. Side mirrors? Gone, replaced by aerodynamic camera fins that look more like tech from a fighter jet than a luxury SUV. And the rear? Oh, the rear. It doesn't end, it concludes. The tailgate is framed by a full-width LED light bar, but this one curves, a slow, deliberate arc like the bottom edge of a katana. The taillights are feather-thin, almost imperceptible until lit, and then they blaze like volcanic lines through obsidian. The quad exhausts are stacked vertically in twin pairs, a first, tucked into a black carbon fiber diffuser with active aero slats that shift shape at speed. The whole rear profile exudes both finality and invitation. Like a door that doesn't ask if you're worthy, it opens if you are. Step inside, and the transition is spiritual. The doors don't open, they glide. And once they do, a world of impossibly tailored silence wraps around you. This isn't just luxury. This is intentional transcendence. Every inch of the interior is black with undertones of wine red lighting, as if the vehicle remembers what color it wears on the outside. Suede, forged carbon, perforated leather. Everything in this cabin has a pulse. It doesn't just react, it responds. The seats are like thrones, but designed for war. Bolstered, sculpted, and memory-shaped, covered in dark crimson nappa with diamond-stitch patterns that change under light. They don't just adjust for height and temperature, they adapt to your posture. The bolsters breathe with your movements. The headrests gently tilt forward when they detect fatigue. And beneath your spine, a full-length haptic massage grid pulses in rhythm with the road. The dashboard is not a slab of controls, it's a digital canvas. A sweeping, continuous OLED panel runs from pillar to pillar, adaptive, ambient, and emotion-sensitive. It recognizes faces, moods, and tones of voice. The instrument cluster bleeds seamlessly into the infotainment screen, which morphs its layout based on what mode you're in. Comfort gives you serenity. Sport sharpens into redlined urgency. Track mode transforms the entire dash into telemetry, torque, G-force, battery cell temperatures, and suspension articulation. But when you're in whisper mode, the AMG's new innovation for night drives, it dims everything to a soft red glow and activates directional audio only where it's needed. The cabin doesn't just serve the driver, it honors them. Touch anything, and it responds with soft vibration. Speak anything, and it answers before you finish. Even the air vents are alive, not fixed, but directional fans that float mid-air, redirecting airflow without a single button. Above you, a full-length panoramic roof stretches from nose to tail. But it's not just glass, it's electrochromic memory film, capable of turning opaque, translucent, or showing animated sky overlays that mimic constellations, storms, or northern lights. And when you drive it, you forget what driving was. Because the 2026 AMG GLS 63 P850 doesn't feel like motion, it feels like command. All four wheels are active, independently torque vectoring. The steering is steer-by-wire, calibrated to driving behavior and even emotion. Tension in the hands results in sharper response. The power plant is an AMG-exclusive plug-in hybrid system, pairing a hand-built 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with a 200-kilowatt rear-axle electric motor. Together, 850 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, and it does it without noise, unless you summon it. The sound profile is modular. Yes, you choose what it sounds like. Classic AMG V8 Thunder? Check. Whisper quiet electric hum? Absolutely. Or something new entirely. AMG calls it pulse mode, a curated growl that modulates with heart rate. And yes, it connects to your smartwatch or biometrics. You don't listen to this SUV, it listens to you. Suspension? Active predictive. It doesn't react to the road, it reads it. It stiffens, softens, lowers, or rises depending on the terrain 10 meters ahead. It's so advanced, it adjusts for crosswinds and leaning into corners, even compensating for passenger body weight imbalance. Driving this isn't like operating a vehicle. It's like conducting an orchestra of physics. And yet, with all its brilliance, it's not aloof. It doesn't overwhelm. In comfort mode, it floats. In track mode, it anchors. And in drift mode, yes, there is one, the odd system unhooks the front and you can glide sideways in something the size of a penthouse suite. It's intoxicating, exhilarating, but above all, elegant. Never once does it lose its composure. Even at the edge of control, it stays calm and keeps you calm too. As the journey ends and you let the engine wind down, the silence that follows feels holy. Because you haven't just gone somewhere, you felt something. The 2026 Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 P850 doesn't offer a driving experience. It offers a revelation. It reminds you that machines can feel, that luxury can bite. That beauty doesn't have to ask for your opinion. It just exists, unapologetically. This isn't about features or tech specs. It's about presence. This is a car that makes everything else look rushed, loud, confused. It doesn't scream luxury. It whispers confidence. It doesn't try to be the best. It simply knows it's something the world hasn't seen before. And in a sea of SUVs chasing relevance, the AMG GLS 63850 stands still. Wine red and black, silent and bold. Like the future had a child with the past, and that child grew up to become a legend. This isn't just Mercedes raising the bar. This is Mercedes moving the bar so far ahead, everyone else has to squint to see it. And when the world catches up, this SUV will already be gone. A silhouette disappearing into the night, with nothing left behind but the feeling that you've seen something impossible and touched something unforgettable.